Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2023 as we continue our Road to Glory run with Banbury United FC in the Championship League. And things have been mostly good since the last episode, but we do have a tough outing today against Derby here. They are currently 8th in the league, so it should be a tough matchup for us. But if we play okay, we've been playing, it might actually end up okay. Let's get into the episode. All right, here we are. As you can see, we've played 3 games since the last episode. We did go out and beat Oxford here 1-0 with a goal from Salisbury in this game. We then up against Leicester here and beat them, or not beat them. We drew against them 0-0. Home game against them. They're currently ranked, where are they? 6th. So honestly, drawing against them, not the worst result in the world, but obviously otherwise a pretty boring game. We then up against Barnsley away from home and beat them 3-1. We had a goal from Matheson, a goal from Salisbury, and a goal from Charles in this game. This is also the second game. These 2 games right here are the first 2 games that we have featured a non-striker formation again, which we did do a lot of, obviously, early in the season and most of last year. We've gone back to no striker formation. We just took the formation we were running through this and just pulled the striker back because, for whatever reason, our guys seem to play fairly good when they're in that shuttle striker role or advanced playmaker or whatever, instead of being an actual full-on advanced forward or anything of that nature. So we're going to keep with that for now, see if that continues to be okay. Again, we play Derby first, and then we're going to play Stoke, which is the #1 team in the league as of this moment. We are currently 12th after all of this, so not terrible, although still having a -1 goal differential doesn't feel especially great. I would definitely say that. But today's episode could set us up. Well, I say today's episode could set us up. Honestly, both of these teams are well ahead of it. We're 9 points away from Derby here. There's a pretty big gap between 8th and 9th place, to be perfectly honest. So we'll see what we can do. We got to start somewhere, and hopefully that can start today. Here's the team we're bringing today. Unfortunately, we got a lot of guys who just aren't playing especially well together. Hopefully that starts to shape up a little bit more. We'll give them a little bit more time. We'll see what happens. We also have some guys who are not currently fully fit. So hopefully we can, we're going to have to do a little bit of rotation at some point during the game to help with that. But here's the team. We got Zach in goal, of course. Campbell, Foran, Katongo across the back. Chizobo on the left, Matheson on the right. Smith and Mabaya as our ball-winning midfielders in the middle. Balagizzi on the left side. Taberner on the right side. And Kirby as our shadow striker today. None of our guys are playing especially amazing. Kind of to be expected, considering we're not meant to make it out of this, to survive this league, quite frankly. We are the #1 team still, I think, to get relegated, and we are beating the odds there. So we'll take what we can get, and then if we survive, then maybe we can get, start slightly improving our team next year. Gotta take it one step at a time. It's feeling like this is when the game is starting to actually become a game. All the stuff leading up to this was maybe a little bit of luck, a little bit of just, we got some good, decent players early on that were able to kind of get us through League 1, League 2. Feels like now we're finally starting to hit a little bit of a wall with our skill level versus other teams' skill levels. We're running into some teams that were very recently Premier League teams, or at least have been within the last 10, 15 years. So definitely Premier level caliber teams, I would say, up here at the top. And obviously teams that are worth way more than we are worth. So that's definitely hurting us quite a bit here. Here's Katongo with the ball. Over to Foran. Up to Smith. Smith back to Foran. Over to Katongo. Katongo up to Mabaya. Terrible pass from Mabaya. We've definitely seen better play from him. That was really, really bad, actually. Good clearance there, although only as far as their player. So they still have control, and the highlight is still continuing at the moment. Good tackle there from Smith. And that is the end of that highlight. Come on, guys. There's Katongo, gets it up to Matheson. Matheson back over to Katongo. Sneaks it up to Kirby. Kirby's got a chance. And he gets the goal. What is with these guys that play better as attacking midfielders in the center than an actual proper striker. I don't understand, but we'll take it. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they are a striker. Like, I mean, sorry, didn't mean to bump the microphone, but whether we have him pushed up or not, like, he's not going to go past the defense, and the defense is where the defense is. Like, it really just, I think some of the instructions are a little bit different, kind of how he treats the role. But at the end of the day, I feel like they're all going to kind of get to the same positions they would have normally. Maybe not quite as aggressively as a true striker, but still he's effectively playing as a striker. Just his instructions are keeping him a little bit further back. So maybe a little bit more of a defensive mindset in some ways. Maybe that's good for us. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting take on things. And we did, like I said, we played it all last season, or most of last season. I can't remember exactly when we started it. But we played it a lot last season at the very least, with no strikers. And it worked really well last season. And it seems like it's working okay right now. Can we hold on, though? I mean, yeah, going up against a team as good as Derby here is really, feels really good, obviously. But we have not been able to hold on to the lead in all of these games in the past. So will we be able to do it here? I don't know. All right, we'll do some subs here at the 60-minute mark. Got a couple guys on a 6.4. Mabaya needs to come out at the 75-minute mark anyway, so we'll go ahead and get him out here. Do anybody cover Matheson? Yeah, I guess we'll bring Leggett in here. Not great in that role, but should be okay. And then really don't have anybody for you, my friend. Taberner, though, we do have somebody hard. We can bring her into that. At the 75-minute mark, we'll definitely bring Salisbury in for Kirby, though, because Kirby really should be swapped out at the 75-minute mark or the 70-minute mark, whichever we decide. We might let him play to 75 here. Actually, we'll stop it here because by the time they sub, it'll be 75 minutes. That sounds pretty good. So Kirby comes out. He's played well, but we'll get him out here. I was going to bring Salisbury in, but Charles has played well a few times. Now, we're going to bring Salisbury in. And then we probably should get one of our defensive guys out of here. We'll get Ferran here. Oh, we don't have anybody. Who do we have on the bench? We got Sturge. And, of course, Charles. All right, fine. We'll bring Sturge out. And just to give some people some rest. Hold on, guys. Come on, please. Or put this one away. Oh, no. Here they come. Watch out. There we go. Hurd with the ball. Gets it taken away very easily, unfortunately. There's Ferran down to Smith. Smith over to Hurd. Back to Garrity. Up to Leggett. Deflected there, unfortunately. Highlight is continuing. This is not going to bode well for us if this continues for very long, because usually very long highlights, I feel like, tend to end in goals more often than not. That might just be perception, or it might be reality. Oh, why? Why can't we not win a game? I mean, we have been winning a couple games, but we've drawn way too many games as well. Like games that we were playing extremely well in, and then stupid stuff like this happens. It's very disappointing. We've controlled this entire game. Alagizzi, come on, buddy. Show me something. You have done a lot of nothing lately. Or just kick it to where people can just clear out, because that's what they do. I felt like we deserved the win. Maybe that's me just being biased, but I felt like we played well this entire game and just slipped up once. Which is, I guess, all it takes. Or slipped up twice, and we lost the game. Wow! Team! You guys know how to frustrate me. I mean, I'm going to put some of that on the exhaustion level of our defense, which we just couldn't replace, but so maybe that's on me for not having the right guys on the bench. I don't think 3-1 loss is justifiable for how this game actually played. I mean, it's going to end that way, but that's not the true story. I mean, I'm going to assume we just ran out of steam. I don't know what else to say. I mean, again, our only goal this season is to survive, but it's frustrating when you play the entire game with the lead and then just boom. So sad. I'm literally everybody. I'm going to be like, none of y'all played well. Oh, well, I mean, if you told me this is the result at the beginning of the game, I would have said, okay, I guess that makes sense. But not after playing 70 minutes of that game. That's not how the result I thought that was going to end. All right, well, we'll be back for an even worse game against Stoke in just a moment. All right, we're back for our game here against Stoke. It is an away from home game, so again, going to be pretty tough. Not expecting a good result, but you never know. Here's our team we're bringing. We got Zach in goal, Francis, Foran, and Bell across the back, Chizoba on the left, Mabaya on the right, Oyedel and Gilligan in the middle. Balagizi still on the left-hand side here is on the left wing. Chilvers on the right wing, and Salisbury coming in as our shadow striker today. I suppose any result would be a good result. Like a draw or a win would be a surprisingly good result. Let's put it that way. Any result. A loss will be a good result. I mean, at the end of the day, just don't get embarrassed. But, you know, we'll see. I'm expecting a loss, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting at. So anything better than a loss would be something. Zach, you got to do better than that, my friend. I feel like that's on Zach. I think he has to stop that one. Yeah, it went right through his hands and everything. Really felt like he had to stop that. Should have stopped that one. I have a sneaky suspicion this is going to be very lopsided. It's going to save that time. Pressure's still on us, though. Come on, guys. Oh, that was on them. Okay. Zach with the goal kick. There's Chilvers with the ball. All the way across to Balagizi. He gets past the defender temporarily. Not able to keep control, though. That's very unfortunate. It looked like he was in a good spot, but I guess he got a little too chaotic there. There's Ferran, though, with a good takeaway. Bell over to Francis. Francis gets it up to nobody. Guys, come on. I mean, going as expected, I would say, or going as you should expect. Maybe not going as we hoped, but our hope was a little bit... I was not very optimistic about this game, specifically. They are passing it like they are a premier level team, and we are in the Vanarama National League. And what did I say about not wanting to get embarrassed? I think that is also out the window at this point. It's all right. We don't got to beat Stoke. We just got to beat the 3 teams in relegation. It's very tight. Where's the mercy roll? Mercy! Let's call it here. Call the game here. That looks so dumb. Zach, dude, buddy. I don't know what that was. I have no idea what he was doing. We are outclassed. Big time. I mean, I agree the performance has been poor. I mean, we're going to lose. I expect to lose. But let's not lose by like 100,000 points. All right, so... I mean, who do we even bring out at this point? Not that having more defense is going to really help us that much, but it's a start. I mean, it's just going to be one of those games, so... Oh well. Let's just move on and get to whatever's next. Oh, I was saying, that was deflected. I was like, no way that was a shot, because that was not even close. Wow. I mean, is this them just being that good, or us just being that bad? I think it's us being that bad. Not to take credit away from Stoke here at all, but we're making some very bad plays, and they're making it look really easy. Probably a little bit of both. I would say 3 of the goals are them being good, 3 of the goals are us being bad. That's probably how I would split this up. So yeah, they definitely deserve to destroy us in this game. Not taking that away from them at all, but I also think in combination with that, we have just played atrociously bad. Hey, it's good to have Richie back. Other than that. All right, Mercy, we're done. That's over. Oof. I mean, kind of expected it, but I feel like this would turn them off. So I'm going to say that. But I'm not going to criticize them further individually because we are the underdogs. I mean, we are still 4 points clear of relegation right now. And actually, there is a pretty big gap between 23rd and us. A 9-point gap there. So really, we're just fighting off that top team if things continue as they are. We've only got to beat one team because these other 2 are already kind of heading that direction anyway. still, that was painful. And too many more of those will definitely hurt our morale so much that even the teams we should be beating or drawing against, we might have trouble with. All right, well, that's that. Not a great episode, but honestly, two very tough teams. So maybe it is what it is, kind of to be expected. Next episode, we will definitely be showing the FA Cup third round, because why not? We got to get some money from somewhere, so that's a good game to show, I think, to see if we can get a win and move on and get some more money. I mean, Ipswich we have drawn against at home, so we'll see what happens here. We'll probably show the Middlesbrough game. Yeah, probably. We'll see what happens there. So 3 games in between now and then. Maybe we can at least get something in one of these. I mean, there's some reasonably beatable teams here, or drawable teams. So if we can pick up a couple points, 3-4 points over the next 3 games, I would be ecstatic about that. I think we just got to survive. That's our goal right now. All right. Well, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.